All right, Sagittarius, your ruling planet is on the move, going into Gemini in Gemini season. Nice. So I feel like Jupiter in Taurus in some way, shape, or form has brought you the fruit of your labor. If you have put in a lot of effort and labor into bullshit, it has materialized bullshit for you. If you have put in hard work and discipline and details, you are experiencing the fruit of that labor. So I just feel like there is some sort of like you realizing what you got is a result of what you gave. And your ruling planet is luck, fortune, giving, generosity, travel, philosophy, exploration. And Gemini is your shadow. So welcome to your shadow season, baby. What's up, Sagittarius? It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2024, baby. So, be sure to go watch the Gemini season astrology video that has all the important astrological dates in it. But on the 25th of May, Jupiter will be going into Gemini. He's going to be hanging out there for a year or so. And what I feel like generally this is going to be bringing, where Jupiter is in your chart, shows you where luck, like how you bring luck to you or how you experience luck. But Jupiter, transit wise, going into Gemini is going to be bringing in luck by way of communication, by way of your thoughts. I feel like new, fresh ideas, aha moments coming in, lots of clarity as far as like how to communicate, how to interact with technology, how to interact with your siblings, your community, your neighborhood. Ultimately, you getting more involved. There's something about just getting more involved, getting more present, being more social, being your whole self. There is this like luck that comes by way of you getting out of the house, that comes by way of you being out in the world, you interacting with new people, you exposing yourself to new cultures and like diversity. Gemini requires stimulation, and you need to be stimulated. And so it's really important to give yourself that. So hydrate, light it if you got it. We create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2024. Where you are the sign of I understand, your shadow is the sign of I think. And I do feel like there's some sort of getting or releasing the old understanding. And that's going to make sense when that full moon in Sagittarius hits on the 23rd. It's like the full moon in Sagittarius is like releasing old understandings. And then 2 days later, your ruling planet goes into the sign of I think. And there's going to be this emphasis on new thought processes and new ways to communicate with yourself and those around you. So prioritize opening your mouth. Prioritize saying what needs to be said. Prioritize being your whole self. Prioritize exploring and being curious and letting yourself ask the questions, letting yourself dive into different things. The first card out is the Two of Swords. And it feels like in some sort of way, there's been some willful blindness or indecision. You've been holding yourself back. This old understanding, swords in tarot are thoughts, words, legalities, mindsets. And it's like you've been holding yourself back. There's been a lot of information, or I mean, there's been a lot of intuition, emotion, feelings, artistry, creativity that I feel like you've had on the back burner, or like stuff you've put on the shelf, things that you used to enjoy, that you still would enjoy if you participated. It's time to, the first thing to be clarified in on the selenite throne in Gemini season is your thought process, your decision-making process. It's time to stop being so guided by logic and really learning how to bring that emotion and that intuition to the forefront so you can access your logic and your intuition before you make a decision. I do feel like I just heard Half of My Heart by Taylor Swift and John Mayer. Half of my heart has the right, it's like half of my, anyway, maybe you need to go listen to Half of My Heart. I just feel like half your heart is is somewhere else. There could be something around getting yourself closer to water, visiting somewhere with water, traveling to water. 4:44 on the clock. I feel like a new stability comes in, awareness comes in when you are surrounded by water, or you go somewhere different. It's time to give yourself just exposure to difference, exposure to diversity. I feel like also it's time to put your defenses down. I gotta honor this, the 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like your concept, what you've understood success to be, what you understood fulfillment to be, what you thought family was, what you thought friendship was. Like there's so much evolution. I feel like that's coming. I feel like there's also a huge emotional outpouring. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that really starts to share themselves with you, or you're seeing them on a different level after them being really closed off. There may be somebody with Gemini or Libra or Aquarius placements that you're noticing is a bit blind or tone deaf, or like they've been stubborn in some sort of way. Just make sure that you're not following suit, because this is not a place to make decisions from. You could very easily swing at shit that's good for you, because you're not willing to see. Put the blind. It's like Sagittarius, you got to get comfortable. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you got to get comfortable wading in the waters of uncertainty. You got to get comfortable not knowing, not understanding. And if you don't understand, it's time to ask more questions. It's time to be more present. It's time to inquire further so you can acquire a new understanding. And that's and also like, so you can acquire a new level of intelligence, new ways to analyze. It's coming in. These aha moments, these powerful conversations, there's information, there's an influx of truth. I feel like that's going to come in, and it's going to be clear what you need to sever, what you need to cut ties with. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that's playing a big role in your life, or is like exposing you to a lot. I feel like the divine, by way of the Almighty, by way of the universe, the divine, God, whatever you call them, you're being handed new tools. But if you stay here, how are you going to see the Ace of Swords, let alone grab it? You know, there's something about getting yourself comfortable, not knowing, getting yourself comfortable. And the only way to do that is to cultivate faith. Sorry. Like, you're going to have to build a new relationship to faith, so that you are willing to put your defenses down, put the swords down, take the blindfold off, and be willing to see everything and everyone for as they are. I'm already excited to clarify this, Sagittarius. And I will be clarifying over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there, we clarify every card, and there's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily readings as well. So be sure to check out Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links are in the description box below, along with your channeled song. It's probably a bop. Anyway, so with the Ace of Swords at the center of the reading, this is all that your shadow season is about. You know how your phone gets an update? It's like, that's what's happening. The old programming is being uninstalled so that you can make room for the new understanding, the new programming, the new way of thinking, the new way of communicating, the new way of expressing yourself. I feel like there's something about getting way more comfortable speaking your truth, not like tiptoeing around people. Not that you do, but some of you do. Not all of you do, but some of you are tiptoers. When Sagittarius is stereotypically known for being ridiculously blunt, you know, and I know you have access to that energy, and like sometimes you are that way, but I feel like you're learning how to like balance your manners with your curiosity. I do feel like there are people with air placements coming into your life, and you know what air does to fire? Yes. And so there is some sort of influx of truth. And I feel like the divine is going to show you that in some sort of way, you've been accepting breadcrumbs of what you actually deserve. In some sort of way, the divine's like, yo, you've earned your stripes, to get the fuck up off your knees and you start being the one. You switch these roles. You start being the one who's generous. The scales are recalibrating, like things are balancing out, and there's harmony that wants to be established in the realm of your physical body, in regards to your self-worth, in regards to the money that you make, in regards to maybe somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. But I just feel like the roles are reversing in some sort of way, and the ways that you viewed yourself as being lowly, you're starting to understand like how worthy you are. You're starting to understand, and I think that's the gift that Taurus season always gives. It's like, yo, you know you deserve more, right? You know you're capable of more, right? All right, final card, final message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The Two of Wands reversed with the Empress on the bottom of the deck. Taurus gave us choices. Your reading has started with a 2 and ending with a 2, and 2s are choices. And so I feel like the closer that we get to Cancer season, this indecision or this like fear or like tiptoeing or niceties is really going to stop. You are going to start seeing that the divine has given you what you need in order to start taking the road less traveled. It's just a matter of, are you going to do it or not? Are you going to start letting yourself explore? Are you going to let yourself wander? Are you going to let yourself be yourself? Because that's what you're meant to do. You're supposed to be traveling. You're supposed to be exploring. You're supposed to be asking a bunch of dumbass questions that'll lead to all these profound insights, you know? Like, and there's no such thing as a dumb question, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But there is something, I feel like your relationship to air, your relationship to someone with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, you may not be seeing this person clearly, or they're not seeing you clearly, or there's a disconnect, or there's some sort of like maybe even falling out. Some of you could be having a fallout with somebody that feels like family. Some of you, I feel like, are finally standing up, like you're taking the blindfold off and you're starting to see, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I want to do. This isn't how I want to be treated. This isn't how I want to feel. I need more. I'm going to get more. Either you're going to give more or I'm out. You know, the 10 of Cups reversed feels like you have like illusions of happiness and joy. Like the illusions are falling away. Like the things that you've told yourself, the ways that you've kept yourself numb or blind or like la your way through life. Like, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. Not in your shadow season. The truth is being revealed to you. And if it's not you, I mean, if it's not someone else around you, you will be having an emotional outpouring. I feel like some of you are resisting the new beginning that is trying to come in, resisting the fact that there needs to be a new beginning around your spirituality, around your artistry, around your creativity. Some of you, like, the creative blocks that you've had are like removed. I feel like there's a flood of creativity, a flood of spirituality, a flood of love that wants to be poured out. And that flood may make some mud. I did not mean for that to rhyme. I'm just a lyricist. Bottom of the deck, the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, you lost sight of your worth. You've lost sight of just how capable you are, how deserving you are. In Taurus season, planted that seed that will be germinating and coming to life, blooming and blossoming, breaking out of the ground in Gemini season. And there is a whole new cycle when it comes to your worthiness, how you nurture yourself, your creativity. The Empress is the creative state embodied. And I just feel like some of you have all this creativity inside of you, and it's like, yo, are you tapping into your greatness? Are you tapping into your potential? Are you tapping it? And for some of you, it's no. And so the divine's gonna, like, Kool-Aid man style, kick through your defenses and show you that you should be wearing a crown. There's a new knowing. There's a new like mental invigoration. And like, God's trying to hand you tools. And with the Ace of Swords, you can knight someone, you can elevate people, or you can cut off with their fucking head. Not literally, please don't. But you can, cut appropriate cords with the sword of truth. I feel like you are going to be full of truth. You are like, some of you are going to be acting brand new. And it's not like you're brand new. These people just forgot this side of you. These people may have forgotten that you were capable of this. You may have forgotten that you are capable of this level of truth telling, or this level of direction, or this level of inspiration. I feel like there's a lot of inspiration coming in. And that inspiration is going to get you out of this slump and get you into believing more, get you into working more, and all of a sudden you start to have more faith in yourself, and then all this money starts to come in. All these offers start to come in. I do feel like it's also really important for you to get more involved in your neighborhood or in your community in Gemini season. It's kind of like a hack. I love my fresh cut. It always feels so good. Anyway, sorry, I'm just like rubbing myself. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Let me zoom out a little bit. No major arcana, no court cards, only aces. So the divine's just trying to give you shit. Jupiter going into Gemini is trying to give you new tools, and the tools are of the mind and of the intellect, because all is mental. Everything starts in the mind. Anything that you want to materialize in the physical is a seed that you plant in the spirit, and it comes down through the mental faculties. And it just feels like there's these like boosts of energy, boosts of intellect. Some of you are in a position, I feel like you would be happier if you created distance with this person who is very blind to their behavior, or blind to the ways that they hurt you, or blind to the ways that they isolate you in some sort of way. It doesn't have to be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could just be somebody that's kind of cold. And you are mutable fire. You are not cold. And if you've noticed that you've been cold lately or recently or the last couple of years, like, yo, it's time to like take inventory of that. Because that is not your, like, your, that's not meant to be your homeostasis. That, not at all. And so I feel like there's this big insight that's coming in. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements that's showing you or exposing to you like something is unbalanced or something is unfair. You may be having some really important conversations or an awareness or an aha moment or like an important conversation with somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, specifically Capricorn, specifically Libra. I just feel like you have like earned your stripes to get out of this position of being meek or quiet or, you know, I'm just going to like stay in my lane, when staying in your lane is what got you into the slump to begin with. So you've tuned down or toned down your fire so much that maybe you're not recognizing yourself, or maybe other people aren't recognizing you. And it's time to opt out of that. By choice. You have the choice. The choices are going to be presented to you. And Jupiter expands whatever you give them. So if your thought process is shit, your Jupiter will expand a shitty thought process and then therefore materialize the result of a shitty mind into your surroundings. If you are just full of fucking fear and negativity and cynicism and sarcasm, it's just going to exacerbate. Like, that's one thing Jupiter is going to give you. It's going to like put a filter on your mind. It's going to show you like, yo, this is what you're really thinking. This is how you really think. This is how you talk to yourself. This is how you let other people talk to you. Like, is that what we're worth? Is that what you want to have your familial or like chosen family experience to be? Absolutely not. No mas. I feel like some of you have been like playing it too fucking small when you are meant to be this eternal optimistic flame that lights the path for so many people that you meet. It's time. No more playing it small. No more cutting yourself short. No more like, just keep that to myself. No. You're meant to be bold and loud and boisterous and fun, and you are not too much. You are just right, baby. I love you. Let's get into it. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.